Once upon a time in a big green meadow, the sun said goodnight and the sky turned a sleepy purple. The last golden rays stretched across the grass, painting everything in a magical glow. The air was warm and gentle, and the world seemed to hold its breath, waiting for something wonderful to happen. As the sun dipped below the hills, the meadow transformed into a place of dreams, where anything felt possible.
But this wasn't a scary dark. It was a silly, fun dark, perfect for the laughing lightning bugs to play. The children in the meadow knew that when the sky turned purple, it was time for the most magical game of all. Laughter echoed through the field, mixing with the gentle hum of the night. The darkness felt like a cozy blanket, wrapping everyone in a sense of wonder and excitement.
They zoomed and zigzagged, their bottoms blinking like tiny stars. The fireflies darted through the air, weaving patterns of light that danced above the grass. Each little bug seemed to have its own rhythm, twinkling and swirling, leaving trails of sparkles behind them. It was as if the stars had come down from the sky to join the fun, turning the meadow into a living constellation.
Every night, right after sunset, the best show in the world began. The meadow became a stage, and the fireflies were the sparkling performers. People would gather quietly, eyes wide with anticipation, waiting for the first twinkle to appear. As the sky darkened, the show grew brighter, filling the night with bursts of light and joy.
The flowers wiggled and giggled. Here they come. Their petals shimmered in the firefly glow, and even the tiniest buds seemed to smile. The flowers loved the nightly parade, and sometimes, if you listened closely, you could almost hear them whispering secrets to the fireflies as they passed by.
Even the tall grass tried to dance along with the blinking lights. The blades swayed and shivered, tickled by the cool night breeze and the laughter all around. It was as if the whole meadow was alive, moving together in a joyful, glowing dance.
The fireflies' job was to make the night bright with their giggles. The more they laughed, the brighter they glowed. Their happiness was contagious, spreading to every corner of the field. Soon the whole meadow sparkled with laughter and light, and even the moon seemed to smile down at the joyful scene below.
Ready, set, glow! The children cheered, joining the fireflies in their sparkling dance. They waved their glowing jars and twirled through the grass, their laughter rising up to meet the twinkling lights above. It was a celebration of light, laughter, and friendship, where everyone was invited to shine.
And so, the giggle-powered light show began. Night after night, the meadow came alive with laughter and light, reminding everyone that even in the darkest times, a little bit of joy can make the world shine bright.
Flicker, our leader, had the brightest light because he told the best jokes. Okay, listen. What do you call a fly with no wings?
I don't know, Flicker, what?
A walk! Everyone burst out laughing.
Then Sparkle, the shy one, whispered, "Knock, knock."
Who's there?
Lettuce.
Lettuce who?
Let us in, it's dark out here. More giggles, more light.
Did you know fireflies are actually beetles with glowing bottoms? Their light is a secret code for fun.
Why did the cookie go to the doctor? Because it felt crummy.
The night sparkled with laughter until something changed.
Out of nowhere, a gigantic, grumpy cloud rolled across the sky, its edges bristling with annoyance. It was so big and so moody that it swallowed up the moon's gentle light, casting a heavy shadow over the entire meadow. The once bright field was suddenly plunged into a deep silvery gloom, and everything felt colder and quieter.
Too much noise, too much light, I'm trying to be grumpy in peace. The cloud grumbled, its voice rumbling like distant thunder. It seemed to frown even harder, making the night feel heavier.
The cloud's gloomy mood spread across the meadow like a thick, chilly fog. Flowers that had been standing tall and bright now drooped, their petals curling inwards as if trying to hide. The grass, which had been swaying gently in the moonlight, now shivered and lay flat, as if weighed down by the cloud's grumpiness.
Who said that? Glimmer whispered, her tiny voice trembling. She peeked out from behind a blade of grass, her glow flickering uncertainly in the sudden darkness.
Stop all that flashing and giggling. It's annoying. The cloud snapped, its tone sharp and impatient. I want silence. I want darkness. I want to be left alone with my grumpiness.
The fireflies' cheerful lights faded, their laughter shrinking to nervous whispers. The meadow, once alive with twinkling lights and happy sounds, now felt empty and still. Even the crickets seemed to stop their chirping, as if afraid to disturb the cloud.
But we have to laugh. It's how we glow. One firefly protested, his light flickering weakly. Without our giggles, we can't shine.
Nonsense, the cloud huffed, growing even larger and darker. The night is for being quiet and gloomy. Now zip it. No more fun, no more light.
The cloud's grumpiness settled over the meadow like a heavy, wet blanket. It smothered every joke, every giggle, and every spark of light. The fireflies felt their happiness slipping away, replaced by a strange, heavy sadness.
Flicker tried to remember a funny story, but his mind was foggy and slow. The words just wouldn't come, and his glow grew even dimmer.
Sparkle opened her mouth to tell a knock-knock joke, but her voice was so soft it was swallowed by the gloom. She looked around hoping someone would laugh, but everyone was silent.
The grumpiness was contagious, spreading from the cloud to every corner of the meadow. Even the bravest fireflies felt their spirits sink. The meadow, once so full of life and laughter, grew darker and quieter with every passing moment. The shadows stretched longer, and the colors faded away. Their giggles and their glow were gone, leaving only silence and the heavy, grumpy cloud above.
The giggles are gone.
One by one, the fireflies' lights faded to tiny, sad sparks.
I can't think of anything funny.
Me neither. All I feel is grumpy.
The meadow was dark, the party over, and the cloud grumbled with satisfaction.
Come on, we're the laughing lightning bugs. We can't let a grumpy cloud win.
But their laughter sounded hollow, and their lights stayed dim.
If we can't laugh, we can't glow. If we can't glow, the night will stay dark forever.
The fireflies huddled together, worried and sad. The grumpy cloud had stolen their joy. Just when hope seemed lost, a tiny voice spoke up. It was Pip, the littlest firefly.
Excuse me? Maybe the cloud is grumpy because it's lonely. Maybe it's never seen anything really silly.
But we can't remember any jokes.
We don't need old jokes. What if we just do something silly?
Like what?
Remember when Flicker tripped over that berry? Or when Sparkle sneezed and looked like she had a yellow wig?
A few fireflies managed a tiny smile, their lights glowing a bit brighter.
Maybe the cloud can't help but laugh if we're super silly.
Flicker looked at Pip, hope flickering in his eyes. Maybe Pip's idea could work.
Okay, team, Operation Silly, let's be as goofy as we can.
Flicker flew upside down and juggled dewdrops, making everyone giggle.
Sparkle slid down a blade of grass, landing in a mossy pile.
Glimmer made funny faces and Flash danced a wiggly jig.
The fireflies' laughter grew and their lights shone brighter.
What is this nonsense? But the cloud's frown was fading.
Pip wore a daisy petal hat and 2 fireflies spun in dizzy circles. The cloud felt a tickle inside.
On 3, everyone make the silliest sound you can. 1, 2, 3. Bzurp.
Pawing!
Wobble wobble!
The cloud burst out laughing, a big rumbling laugh that shook the sky. As the cloud laughed, it turned from gray to soft white, and the grumpiness melted away. Nimbus, the cloud, had been feeling heavy and dark for days, burdened by the weight of his own gloom. But now, with each chuckle, he felt lighter, as if the laughter was lifting him higher into the sky. The transformation was magical, and it wasn't just Nimbus who noticed the change.
Oh my! I forgot how good it feels to laugh! Exclaimed the old frog, his eyes twinkling with newfound joy. It had been so long since he had felt this way, and the sensation was almost foreign to him. The frog's laughter was contagious, spreading to the other creatures in the meadow.
The moon peeked out, and the meadow glowed brighter than ever. The silvery light bathed the landscape in a serene glow, making everything look almost ethereal. The flowers seemed to shimmer, and the leaves on the trees sparkled as if dusted with tiny diamonds. It was a night like no other, where the beauty of nature was amplified by the joy that filled the air. The flowers perked up, the mice peeked out, and even the old frog smiled. The meadow was alive with activity, as if every creature had been awakened by the laughter. The wildflowers swayed gently in the breeze, their vibrant colors more vivid than ever. The mice, usually shy and reserved, ventured out of their burrows, their tiny noses twitching with curiosity. The fireflies learned that sharing silly moments is just as powerful as telling jokes. They danced in the air, their lights flickering in a mesmerizing pattern. Each flash of light was like a burst of joy, illuminating the night and bringing smiles to all who watched. The fireflies had discovered that laughter was a universal language, one that could bridge any gap and bring creatures together. Sometimes the grumpiest ones need laughter the most. The old frog, who had once been the grumpiest of them all, was now the happiest. His transformation was a testament to the power of laughter and the importance of finding joy in the little things. It was a lesson that everyone in the meadow took to heart. From then on, Nimbus the cloud became their friend, joining the fun. He floated above the meadow, his once gray form now a bright, fluffy white. Nimbus had found his place among the creatures of the meadow, and he was happier than he had ever been. He realized that laughter and friendship were the keys to a light heart and a bright spirit. Every night, the laughing lightning bugs filled the meadow with light and laughter. Their presence was a reminder that even the darkest nights could be brightened with a little bit of joy. The fireflies' laughter echoed through the meadow, creating a symphony of happiness that could be heard far and wide. The more giggles they shared, the brighter the world became. The meadow was a beacon of light and laughter, a place where everyone was welcome and joy was abundant. The creatures knew that as long as they had each other, they could face anything with a smile. So if you see a blinking firefly, it might just be waiting for you to laugh along. Remember, laughter is a gift that can brighten even the darkest of nights. So share a giggle, spread some joy, and watch as the world around you lights up with happiness.